Well, it's a warm welcome to Oladez in the suburbs of Tunis. This beautiful facility. Sparse crowd at the moment, but obviously Angola and Chad are the next teams to play in this central venue World Cup qualifier Group E. And Angola, one of the powerhouses of African basket, ranked 37 in the FIBA rankings. Chad, one of those countries that gets a great opportunity through this World Cup to pit against, more regularly pit against the best teams. Great opportunity to close that gap. Here is the schedule for today, with the Cameroon having beaten Morocco earlier on, Tunisia a relatively comfortable win over Egypt, and we are the nightcap game here in North Africa. Well, here are the standings so far in Group E. Don't forget, the top two teams qualify as of right, and then the best placed third team will also make it to China in a year's time. This group will probably provide the third place team as well. Looking at the results across in Group F, the likelihood is the best third place team will come from this group. So Angola looking to keep pace with Tunisia in this group. Their win over Cameroon in the previous game gives them a great opportunity to look for that automatic qualification spot. Coach William Voigt, the American who coached at Rio with Nigeria in Brazil, wants to take Angola back to where they were not so long ago as the #1 team on the continent. So much potential in that program. Chad in the very bright yellow uniform. This is upset city for them. If they can get the win, well, mathematically it keeps their chances of qualification alive, but as I've said, World Cup qualifiers also gives them the opportunity to go against some of the big guns of African basket. And they don't come much bigger than Angola. So now we have the two national anthems, starting with Angola. And now the national anthem of Chad. Well, players will exchange those mementos of the game at half court following the huddles. And as we've just said, must-win game for both sets of players. Here's the third team on the floor tonight, the referees. Elias Cornelis, Peter Kiarabo, and Chirim Leslie will take charge of tonight's game. Going to look at the rosters and starting lineups. Well, in the early 2000s, Angola were the unparalleled #1 ranked team in Africa. Starting lineup, Domingos and Morea were the big-time scorers in the win over Cameroon. And Dominguez at the point did a marvelous job orchestrating as well as accumulating points. Chad had a tough loss against Egypt, 83-99 in the previous game. Really does leave them a mountain to climb in terms of qualification. But where there's hope, there's always the opportunity. Gibasal has really got to do a great job at trying to hold that middle and doing he's going to have to put a shift in on the glass. If they can keep Angola off the glass, then they'll have the chance to run themselves. So that'll be their first real objective here as a group. Keep the Angolans off the glass, try and control tempo, and give themselves the opportunity. Just get competitive. Give yourself the chance to be in the game in the fourth quarter. And in these types of tournaments where you're in the same venue, you've got a chance to prepare, you've got a chance to watch the other team up close, you can make real differences between the first and second games. That's what Chad will be hoping. Angola will be looking to keep their march to China on course. Reggie Moore, number 25, the veteran naturalized player, still plays his club basketball in Barreiro in Portugal. Had 9 in the win over Cameroon. 37 now. Been a real stalwart in this Angolan national team.
Safe entry. So really fight, wait for eyes, then release. Okay? Now, we're going to set 2 for you. So instead of going to the corner, you're setting a double with Carlos. Okay? Go and get him.
Don't forget, on this Angolan lineup still, we've got number 6.
Wait until you got both of them.
Carlos Moraes.
Right.
4 Afro-Basket gold medals for Angola. The 32-year-old guard is he's the spiritual leader of this team. Also playing his club basketball in Benfica. Well, as you heard, the last instructions from Coach Morin Maji. Box out, and then box out again. They've got to control the backboards. They've got to try and secure possession. They cannot give second chance opportunities to this Angolan team. As William Voigt, head coach, as I say, had the experience of the 2016 Olympic Games with Nigeria. Now he finds himself in one of the programs in Africa. One of these programs is going to have a breakthrough at a major tournament. And why not? Why not Angola? Lonji Majdi. Always great responsibility to being the head coach of your national team. And he really does represent so well. Well, there is Jason Domingos, 16 in the game against Cameroon from the point. Can score in a hurry. Well, welcome to North Africa. Redes is the suburb of Tunis, and we're underway here. Chad in the yellow uniform, Angola in the red. And Chad will have a first look at it in the half court. Get an inside touch. Mid-range jump shot is good. Nice start. Masao just faced up, had too much time, just knocked it down for fun. Domingos has it. Well, it's Angola that look a little shaky in the half court. Inside-outside penetration. Go to the experienced man. Reggie Moore is off with a three. And Chad have a chance to run. 4-on-2. Numbers down the floor, but they don't like it. Just about retain possession. Delinga has it. Will take the high, turns down the high screen, breaks it, and kicks. Again, mid-range jump shot is off. Chance to run here as Carlos Moraz has it inside, kicks it. They hit the second side. They offer the open three, way off. And Chad at the moment, we're only a minute into the game, but looking to pack the middle. It's really a sagging man-to-man. Move to the hoop is good. Malaya just takes the dribble. Great drop step to the baseline side, and once he gets that close, he's pretty much unstoppable in this game. Ndinga has it outside, goes with a lob to the post. He's got a holding foul in the block. Foul on Morris. Morales picks up the personal. A little subdued start here. Well, turnover out of bounds. Poor pass. Morales was alive to it. Three in transition is off, and Chad will dodge the bullet. Bank shot is no good. Great work on the glass. The quick release on the three is short. And again, it's Chad who are really the team with energy at the moment. Real intensity to their work. Michael Cole will be feeding it from the perimeter. Didn't get it to drop, but his teammates really did work hard on the glass. Domingos gets it into the half court. Malaya faces up, thinks about it, spins to the baseline. Now he needs a pass. Turnover, great help. Just built that wall on the weak side and come up with a steal. Inside, outside, the three is up and away and is long. And neither team in any sort of offensive rhythm at the moment. Angola would advance it. Harris goes off the glass, can't get it to drop. Defensive rebound, numbers down the floor here. Great stand by Moore. Chad are going to come up with yet another offensive rebound. Poor execution on the end of the break. Morales puts it on the floor, tries to back in, inside, outside. Domingos for the three is short. There's a whistle on the play. Be interesting to see how they call this. Morea's going to say he was held. But he's going to be charged with a personal, I think. Which he is. Little half-court trap. They go long. Well, they offer the three. And that's not a great decision. Drained from deep. And Kobe's happy to be left that much open, just in acres of space. Morales with the answer is no good. And Chad, you've got to love the way they've started this game. They lead it 5-2 with 6 to go in the first quarter. Baseline jump shot is short. Moore comes down with the rebound. Chance for Angola in transition. Numbers down the floor. Inside, outside. They don't take the early one. And yet another missed three. Morales on the glass. Ball's knocked away, and Chad come down with it again. And again, numbers down the floor. They can't get a finish, but tremendous follow. Moore can't collect, and Angola dodge another one. And that's far too easy. Yannick Morea gets another two. So he goes baseline, needs a pass, finds one. The left-hand hook is no good. That kid Jim had time, should have finished it. Morea goes off the glass for two. He can't get it to drop. And if you are a statistician of this game, it's going to be a nightmare to look at these. Neither team really functioning in this first quarter. We're 5.5 in, and it's 5-4. Little whistle on the drive. Should be called on the floor, I'd have thought. Well, they've given two shots. Must have believed that he picked it up. First one is good from Domingos. And 2 for 2 from the line from Gerson Domingos. And Angola get their first lead of the game. They lead 6-5, 4:27 to go in one. And Numabaji checks in. It's his first time on the floor, takes a look at the options. Looks like a 2-3 zone for Angola. Oh, they missed the back door. Kobe with a three is good. And I don't think he's seen a shot he doesn't like so far tonight. Michael Kobe. Angola will tick it over to trail this. Oh, they've called it a two. Must have just towed the line. Domingos. Moore is good from the three-point line, in rhythm. And we've got a new ball game at 9 apiece. Kobe again. Domingos. Moore feels it from the perimeter, moving on. Marias goes inside, nice little shovel pass. Mariah goes up with a hook, can't get it to drop. And Chad look long, and they throw it straight away. Nakajim just a little rush of blood, saw the opportunity for the baseball pass full court, just threw it out of bounds. Gerson Domingos into the half court. Reggie Moore will move it on. Paolo recently checked in. Will flare to the wing after moving it on. Domingos. Morales just drops the three. Carlos Morales. Immediate answer though. Domingos thinks about coming off it, turns it down. Well, Harris, and they've got to put this up at the minute. I don't think they beat the buzzer, nor does the official. Well, Gerson Domingos sits with just over 2 minutes to go in the first. Fascinating encounter because neither team has really found any rhythm. The defense has kept them in it. We've got a blocking foul. That's only the full foul of this first quarter. Well, Kobe again, as I say, hasn't seen what he doesn't like so far. Well, he got Kobe wide open in the corner. And Angola dodged the bullet, great outlet. And we're gonna get an offensive foul. Tremendous transition defense. Get back, protect the basket. Exactly what Nubar Ramadi really did take one for the team then. Paolo's second foul. 1:43 to go. Chance for Chad to recover the lead. Well, they look long again. The pass was just right there for him to attack the hoop. Can't make the layup though. Still have the possession. Well, they lob, poor pass. The pass was there. You've got to shoot that pass. Got to be a little bit quicker, that lob pass. Paolo out top, puts it on the floor, spins in the lane and kicks. Mid-range for two is no good. And Leon Lopez Pedro to get himself back on defense after the missed long two. A little bit too much on that pass. Morales, oh! With attitude down the middle, just flushed it hard. Out of nowhere. Just got to the middle. The defense just made no adjustment, and he just tomahawked it down. The long two is away, no answer on this one. Angola will hold, you'd have thought, but they turn it straight back over. Chad, get the layup and turn defense into points. And Kobe again impresses. Chance here for Angola to get away to three is no good. And that'll do it for the first quarter. And Chad trail Angola 13-14 after one. Here's the confirmation. Tight first quarter, both teams missing some pretty easy opportunities, but that's the pressure of the moment. Angola have it by one, 14-13. Well, we're a year away from the World Cup in China. We're a week away from the Women's World Cup in Tenerife. Check out the schedules for where you can watch that. There'll be some great games there. Can the Americans win again? One of the powerhouses from Europe, can they beat them? Well, the only way to find out is to watch those games in a week's time. It kicks off in Tenerife. But meanwhile, here in the suburbs of Tunis, on the North African coast, in the Radas Arena, it's Angola with the narrow 1-point lead. Highlight of the first quarter was this Morales throwdown. And if there's noise in the crowd, it was made then. But Chad have got to be happy with that first quarter. Coming into this game, heavy underdogs. Substitutions coming in for Angola. Juan Lopez Pedro will check in. Got him in shot there, number 7. And we got a foul on the penetration. Mohamed Malik. 2-meter 1 forward, just put it on the floor hard. Nice penetration. Oh, turnover, and it's just they recovered, just about recovered. They have to put it up. The 3 is off. And this is what you expected to see from the first and the opening tip. Angola going hard to the glass. Moguena. Well, he wanted to go baseline, wanted to pull up, but ended up with a tough one behind the backboard. Pedro Bastos in the game, has it at the point. His country lead by 1. Switching on the defense by Chad, getting after it. They take the tough runner. And Bonga just was not going to be denied, just barreled his way to that running hook. Mohamed Bai sits down. Well, the beginning of the quarter, it looks like Angola are finding some offensive rhythm. There's a holding foul on the lob. Malik picks up the personal. Jadubom. Or Elo Mbai Edujom. Let's just call him Elo Mbai. Had a nice job, just held his space. Kobe takes the 3, is no good. Defensive rebound is pulled in. Angola have a chance to run and do so. Wide open in the corner for 3 is long. And Kobe comes down with the basketball. Mabajdi puts it on the floor. But that tough turnaround again. This time at least he had it lined up. Again, just trying to force it in that low post, and Chad are stuck on 13 in the first 2 minutes of this second quarter. So Chad right here at the moment, right in this. Oh, wide open that long two. They've been offered that all night. There's a reason. They do not shoot that shot particularly well. Angola are going to offer them that the whole night. It's Naki Jim's chance to miss that open mid-range two. Get another turnover. Chad have a chance to run. In the lane for two is no good. Ball comes off Chad and will belong to Angola. Angola dodged the bullet. It was like a 3-on-1 situation for a second there. And you get the impression Angola are going to try and manage this game. And that's always a dangerous mentality because, you know, Chad are one of those dangerous teams that can score in a hurry. We have foul away from the basketball. You know, Jumbai will be charged with a personal. Just outworking the opponent. A new 14. Bastos has it. Uses that high screen, shallow roll, nice little shovel pass. And Pedro just flushes it down on the baseline. And Chad still pointless. Nearly 4 minutes into this second quarter. And they're going to go to the free throw line to try and tick that scoreboard over. Strong take. Cormier will go to the free throw line. Chance to tick the score over for the first time in this second period. No mistake. Oh, 1 for 2 from the line. Mid-range, they think about the two. Spins, in traffic, has to take the tough one, doesn't get the roll. Great job on the defensive end by Naki Jim. Delinga gets behind the screen, fires up the long three, gets it to go. Well, they went to the post and everyone's standing still. When everyone stands still, there's never a direct pass on a skip. So the wings have to lift into space if they're going to look to reverse the basketball. Oh, right at the bottom of the shot clock. Halfway through the second quarter. Delinga has it. some confidence after that last three. This one's long, defensive rebound is hauled in by Mbanga. Oh, complete air ball, nothing on it at all. Demisau came down with a rebound. And Linga has it out top, uses the high screen, gets his feet set. He's made that one, he's looking to make another. Well, the push shot is good for two. Morea just power dribbled out. Timeout for Chad. They've got to talk it over. They trail this by 7, 24-17. Their issue is controlling the gap, giving themselves a chance to be in it in the fourth quarter. Well, Kobe with those 2 threes. Leads the scorers with 7. Went 1 for 2 from the free throw line.
It's just attacking downhill. Now, if it's not there, we're in swing from that. Okay? But we're one pass jump shot in transition when we really should be putting pressure on them. Okay? All right. The defense has gotten a little better. Remember, 6, we're over. He's one of the guys we go over on the ball screens. Okay, if 10 is still in the game, that's your matchup. He's really like a driver type, okay? Mid-range, he can make those, but he's got to be 15, 17 feet. So out in the 3, play him as a drive. You block out big boy for us, okay? All right? Diamante key. All right, Diamante key, 203. All right, here we go. Let's go, guys.
Defesa!
All right, let's push it out right here.
Well, they skip it. They're not going to turn down the open 3. But that's the type of shot Angola want to be taken. Well, Kumar is open there on that reversal, but still early in the set. And they're not shooting good enough percentages, you would argue, to take the wide open look. Move the ball, get something out of what you want to run. 4 minutes to the half. Angola starting to assert here. In and out from Reggie Moore. Again, they have no problems getting it down the floor. Inside touch. There's a lot of red shirts in the keyway. Ball's knocked away. Trying to stretch the floor, trying to create opportunities. Moore's in the lane, chance to run here. Should be points should easily be made, and they are. And that's the other thing that Chad have the issue of in certain games. Their conditioning has almost let them down. They trail this by 9 now. Oh, they fumble with a wide open look from 2 feet. And Dimassal's like, just cannot understand how the referee didn't see that. What he's got to start understanding here is they trail 9 and they've got to be solid with the basketball. Domingos gets it into the half court. Moore will hand it off. Gets it on a flare. Oh, super little move to the middle. Well, you've seen Morales just throw it down. Then he gets a little touch here on the running hook. It's a blow to the nose for his pains. Another missed lap again. The forcing Chad to take shots that they're a little bit out of control, a little bit off balance. It's going to be a tough make. And so far it's a 4-14 quarter, and there's 2 minutes to go in the half. Morris takes the tough one, doesn't get it to drop. I think normal order is resolved and restored. Three is no good. And it may be one of those slow burners here, but Angola are just wearing down Chad. Morales will go to the free throw line to make this a 13-point game. "17 points for Chad in 19 minutes of basketball." They go upstairs for the flush. Mariah enjoyed it. The band plays. Moore gets the assist, and all of a sudden, those people in the arena wake up. Highlight time on the end of the break. Another turnover. And they don't get the drop. getting a little out of hand here. 31 points isn't the issue for Chad. The fact that they've only scored 17 is their issue. And they haven't really created or executed anything. Trying to hold for this last shot. Doesn't really think, I don't think he wants the ball screen. Morris puts it on the floor, gets to the middle, great kick, open for three to close it out. It's perfection at the end of the half. Angola have just worn down Chad in that second quarter. Perfect completion, 38-17 at the half. Chad in a hole, they've got to stop digging and find a way back into this game. Tremendous end to the half by Angola. Well, here are the stats, and 22% is not going to get it done anywhere in the world. Rebound numbers are pretty similar. Both teams a little sloppy with the ball, should we say. 11 turnovers for Chad, 9 for their opponent. And these highlights are going to show you that for large chunks of that first half, Chad were in a good place. They challenged things. On the offensive end, they ended up with open looks. So it's been a very solid performance by Angola. We're going to leave you with these highlights. Chad trying to stay alive in the qualifiers, trying to get the win. They've got to get more out of the defense. As importantly, they have to start executing the offensive end. So we'll be back in around 10 minutes for the second half. We'll see you then. Well, welcome back. Salina, suburbs of Tunis. Actually, right on the coast. It's a beautiful port city. It's a great facility here. You can see it's sparsely populated with fans at the moment. Obviously, when Tunisia are playing, it's a different game.
But only one time. So next time, back to Ome, okay?
Chad only just out for the second half. Had a lot to talk about. They trail this 35-17, and Angola began to, let's say, turn it up in that second quarter. 1 point game at the end of the first. But a 19-4 second quarter just established the supremacy of Angola. 70 places between these two teams in terms of FIBA rankings, and you've got to say the way that Angola really did turn the screw in that second period. It looked like that mega gap between the two teams. But hey, it's an 18-point game. Plenty of time, second half. Chad, to an extent, it's just got to be, hey, we're down this many. We play defense and just take shot. I mean, they got to points in that first half where they didn't even get shots away because they just turned down open looks. Now there's the double team in the corner. Ball belongs to Chad. Smart by Michael Kobe. Belinga. Way short. It's one of the things about these World Cup qualifiers. If it was this gives Chad a platform. It gives Chad an opportunity to play in competitive basketball more regularly against the teams such as Angola, who've had that worldwide experience of Olympic qualifying tournaments, world championships. It's a more regular measure. Hook shot to the middle by Maria, can't get it to drop. And they've kept Angola to 35, so the defensive end is not their issue. Their issue is this end. And that's just a poor shot. You know, we can talk about they need to do this and maybe spend more time with it, but that's just a poor shot. Poor selection by Delinga. Slip the screen. Right, puts it on the floor, backs it out, gets into the keyway for two. Great little finish. Looks what he is, quality. A 20-point margin. Good response. And Kobe's 25 still, and one, and count it. Domingos gets the two, chance to get his team into the 40s. A good job at beating the press with the pass, but Kobe allowed the double team to develop. Then it was difficult, should have read it, got rid of the ball sooner. Nalinga Moves our Kobe from deep, hits nothing. Ball saved, but again, poor decision. The three's away and short. And a chance for Angola. Moraes has it. 3-on-2 break. Should be an easy two. Well, they take the foul. And Domingos takes the chance to take a blow. Omia wasn't going to give up the layup that easily. This relentlessness of the defense will wear a team down like Chad. Wide open for three at the end of the break. And they dodge the bullet, but they get another look at it. Moraes just backs it out, tries to look at his space, look at his options, breaks the defense down, takes the tough two. Is no good. Alinga Kobe is fouled on the penetration, attack the closeout. There's Reggie Moore. Forced him to put it on the floor, but then reached on the penetration. There you go. Well, surprised is an understatement. William Voigt's just trying to ensure that the floor that had some wetness on it from a player slipping or was dried, and the referee warns him for a delay of game technical. Oh, on the trail is a little snatchy on the three. Kumar puts it into the corner. The three is fired up. Get the rebound, though. Good effort on the glass. They take a tough one. Ball fake off the glass for two, and it's good. Jimsal did a nice job staying. Sometimes it's so difficult to rebound the air ball. Just kept his focus on the basketball flight. Worked it out. Comes up with the offensive rebound and the putback. 6:30 to go in three. Morris in the lane is fouled. Who will go to the free throw line? Well, Carlos Morris on the free throw line. And he was at that level where the Raptors signed him on a non-guaranteed contract in 2013. I mean, he's a quality player. That shows this Angolan team could be one of those teams to make that breakthrough at a world level. Tough baseline jump shot is no good. Angola again, 4-on-3 break, just find the open man. And there is the open man right under the hoop. Wow, what a throwdown for two. Yannick Mariah off the cute little back of the hand pass from Reggie Moore. And we've got a 45-21 margin. Mariah comes down with a defensive rebound, has an impressive stat line at the moment. Great pass. Cute little finish. Cute little finish by Antonio. Jose Antonio outworked his opponent, gets to the ring. Beautiful pass, pretty layup. And Angola beginning to open this right up. Well, a great idea by Kobe. Drew the defense, put the bounce pass down there, but the roller didn't roll. Domingos will advance it. A little bit of handoff from Reggie Moore. Mariah will go baseline, steps back, and through for the two. Doesn't get the drop. Defensive rebound for Chad by Michael Kobe. Well, they settle for the long three. I think it's the scoreboard or the clock over the basket. Moore will drop it to Domingos, who turns down the screen, gets it into a little space, a little hesitation. Well, he almost telegraphed that pass so much, I think I might have got there to steal it. Points off their defense for Chad. Any points are useful at the moment. They trail this 47-23. When the scoreboard ticks over, there it goes. Moore drops it down to Gerson Domingos. Rice puts it on the floor, breaks the defense down, draws contact. Morris already with 13, make that 14. So Angola in this, they do have the insurance, if that's the right way to word it, that it does look like the third place team in this group will also qualify. 5 teams from the African qualifiers. But this win will take them to 6-2, just 2 games back on Tunisia. They play Tunisia in their next game. 3 is no good. All right, on the glass again, comes down with it, needs a pass, finds a pass, and Angola at the races. Oh, Moraes is looking for a foul. I don't think there was a foul. Cameroon, who currently would be, if the result stays like this, in 3rd place, have a 5-3 record. The 3rd place team in Group F have a 3-5 record. So Cameroon in control of their own destiny to an extent. Having got an open shot, puts it on the floor. He looks at the referee and pleads for the foul, but Yannick Mariah is going to take the tough shot. And you have to agree with him to a point that kid Jim just walked into him a little bit as he landed. That's what he was asking for in terms of the foul. Second one is good. That ticks it over to 50 for Angola. Oh, you asking for a turnover. They threw it across that defense twice, and then they take a less than balanced shot. It was Michael Koibe who was guilty of the last one. Did the hard work, beat the pressure. And Kobe just decides to take the shot. They foul, so he walked the length of the floor again for Angola to shoot more free throws. Well, Lopez Pedro goes 2 for 2 from the line. Again, the 1-2-1-1 trap. Looking to shoot the lanes. There you go. If you hunt the lanes enough, you'll come up with it. We're trying to get some atmosphere in the gym. Down to 10 on the possession. They worked hard, and then with 10 seconds left on the possession, then they decide to take a bad shot. Morena sits and Comia checks in. Bastos checks in as well for Angola. They're going to take the foul. Munga wasn't going to let that one go too easily. Penetration to the left. Nice finish. Good impression on Lopez Pedro. He's 28 now, but he's playing with that 18-year-old enthusiasm. Defensive rebound, chance to run. Morris is fouled as Jumbai was just, again, it stopped the dribble. Didn't need to reach, but because of the foul, Carlos Moraes will be on the free throw line again. Comes up short. That's a rebound. That's a great job on the glass. And it's, again, one Lopez Pedro who continues to impress. Moraes will sit. Lopez knocks down the first. Inside, outside again, trying to give him space to play. Goes with a jump hook. Defensive rebound. Pulled in, and Jimasal again doing a nice job. Oh, tough finish. Yeah, just stayed with the play, gets his two. Watch out. There was no way that Jimasal was going to let that happen. And Bunga was going down the middle. Only one thing on his mind. Jimasal was going to protect the ring. Bunga doesn't connect, and an offensive rebound. There's only one team here really putting in a shift. Matic takes the three, but hits nothing. Good release on the break. Oh, blocked. Chance to run the other way. And just complete misunderstanding. Chad just succeeded in doing exactly what Angola had done to them, just threw it out of bounds. And Angola trying to hold for the last shot. And Bastas has it. And they don't get a shot away. Poor execution at the end of the quarter. And after three, Angola have a 58-26 lead over Chad. Well, if you want the information like this, game stats, if you want to know where you can watch the games, if you have anything you need to know, anything you want to say, check out the official World Cup app. Download that to your smartphone and you can follow everything. You can follow the live stats. You can check out the performances that have made the difference in games. If you don't want to put it on your phone, check out the official FIBA World Cup site, where there is nothing you don't need that you want to know that isn't there. So enjoy that. Also, if you want to get involved, use the FIBA WC hashtag or the hashtag This Is My House. Get involved. You never know who might read your thoughts on the game. If you've got any questions, ask those. Get involved in this FIBA World Cup. What an opportunity is players playing in front of their home fans, players having the opportunity to represent during the regular seasons. So here we go, the final quarter. Angola with the comfortable 58-26 advantage. Sideline possession for Angola, 15 on the possession. Oh! Well, they get the foul the second time. Love to see the first one again. That's some ring protection. Let's take a look. Get out of here. But credit again to Angola. They stay with the play, and it's that guy again. Tremendous effort by Pedro. He goes back up, and he'll go to the free throw line. But there's some naturals on the floor. Second is good. It's that 2-3 matchup again. And then they fall into man-to-man. Better execution by Tab. Waited for the opportunity to get the advantage. Nice pass. Going to have to earn them from the free throw line, but really nice offensive series. Come up empty again. Offensively, they have just completely dried up. 13 points in 20 minutes of basketball. In fact, in 21 minutes of basketball. It's taken them 2 quarters to get what they got in the first quarter. Chad, again, with a chance to run, but they decide not to. Nice post. Take the tough one. Again, great work on the glass and whistle on the play. Jim Asal. Again, excellent work on the glass. Has to go to the free throw line to earn it. Second one is good. Got to say about this Chad team is they're not far off being able to compete with Angola. It's just situations where their lack of experience by comparison to the Angolan roster is really being exposed. Attack on the closeout in the lane for two is no good. Defensive rebound is secured again. Just threw it straight to Bastas. Got to hunt that one down, air ball in transition. You've got to question the decision. Well, they offer him the long three, and again, it's way short. So Lopez will sit. Ball's knocked away. Still stays with Angola though. 9 on the possession, 7 on the game clock. Oh, pretty out of bounds, but they come up short. They get a new 14. Mariah thinks about it. Old school with a hook shot for 2. That's the delight of the sparse crowd. So many things that Chad could improve in that situation. The reason that Angola could double team is that their 5-man is still not got over the halfway line. 6 to go. Again, the one pass and the 3, and that's out of bounds. Moore will inbound. Stas moves it on to Moore. Big lineup on the floor for Angola with Morea and Moore on the floor. Well, with all that size, they don't even compete on the glass. Oh, that doesn't sound too good. Bastos didn't really see what happened. Let's take a look. Gonna get a better view of it here, I hope. Bastos dives. And I think I'm not really sure, but he's definite discomfort here. Chad will take the timeout. A lot of concern on the floor with 4 of the staff around Pedro Bastos.
Michael, tu sais, il faut aider ton grand. J'étais sur un shooter, mais c'est vrai qu'il ne voyait pas. Tu prenais la balle et puis c'est une contre-attaque. Les gars, soyez très vigilants.
We're going to have to check this problem with Pedro Bastos. Let's take I'll just try and find out. Let's take a look at that. Coach Voigt is going to go through what he needs to do.
Hey, whoever takes the ball out, you're in a clog. That guy's going to try to get in and go. So it's a double team. 2 of you are keeping him in front. You understand? All right? No fouls and no penetration from the first pass. Make them do something coming backwards.
Well, they have the stretcher out, so obviously still significant concern about Pedro Bastos. It just depends what they think he's done. This is where the players don't need to be involved. Now, they're obviously concerned. Everyone can understand that. But really, if they're going to move him onto the stretcher, they need to let the medical professionals deal with that. Now, they're all getting involved. Unless, obviously, the doctor has said that, let's just get him onto the stretcher, get him off. Well, they're getting him up. That's always a great sign when a player believes that he can get up. Very, very gingerly. Let's hope that is not anything too serious. Obviously, that'll be reported again on the. If you want information on that stuff, check out the website. They'll talk about the injury there and confirm about the status of it. Now, as ginger as that looks, that's so much better than leaving the floor on a stretcher. 4 seconds, 3 seconds on the possession. Turnover. Oh, Mariah comes out. Great block. Great effort all round, but that kid Jim just stayed with it. Let's take a look. He goes back up. Ball is blocked. It's great athleticism above the ring. Mariah will hand it off. Mariah attacks it off the left hand and kisses the glass for two off the one step. Is there a 35-point lead? Reggie Moore comes down with another positive stat. Oh, the lob was never there. Great work, though, by Reggie Moore to read it. Mariah attacks it, spins in the lane, floats, doesn't get the drop. But Angola will end up with the basketball. Moore looks inside. Mariah with a short one for two is good. Great vision by Moore. Saw his teammate open, even though there was little time on the shot clock. So Reggie Moore's journey in this game has been phenomenal. Went to Oral Roberts University in the NCAA. They're going to go travel, I think, or double dribble on that. He graduated in 2003. And then he has applied his trade in Israel, Portugal, obviously in Angola for some time as well, and has been a member of this Angola national team for a little time now. Spent some time playing in Norway as well. It's just inside the three-point line, knocks it down. That surely was not a three. Little floater is no good. A chance again. Moore is racking up the rebound numbers. Arias attacks the middle, a little time in the lane for two is no good. And timeout. And Chad tick it over to 32. Michael Colby. Nice game for Chad here. 7 boards to go of his 12 points. Needs the scorers for Chad on a difficult night at the office.
So our defense has got to be good. You've been fantastic in the second half on defense. Don't let them get points.
Parce qu'il y a nos grands la bouche parfois, ils se retrouvent seuls un moment avant de bouger et ils ne reçoivent pas la
And you
balle.
see Kobe, 16 rebounds for Jimasao. Really has worked so hard on the inside. Really has grafted on the boards. Jimasao still only 25. Actually had his birthday last week. One of the guys that you would hope would be on this Chad national team for another 5, 6, 7 years, hopefully. And that's what they need to do, build the program. Last 2 minutes. So under 2 to go in what is becoming a pretty standard night at the office for Angola. Just getting the job done. Pedro hands off. The long 2 is no good. And yet another defensive rebound, chance to run. Azra needs a pass. Just about gets it off. Well, you could see where he was looking. Azra was open on the baseline, but he was trying to clear the keyway. Just a bit of misunderstanding between the teammates. And unfortunately, that's another turnover. And that's 22 turnovers for Chad on the game. It's far too many. Pedro on the pick and roll, dives. Now he needs a look in the post. They take the 3, way short. And he leaks out through the contact, then couldn't complete the play. Antonio's going to be charged with a personal. First one is no good for Nibaramdiji. Nibaramdiji makes the second. It'll please him. You can't, there's no way that this Chad team has done anything but try to stay with this game for as long as they possibly can. Facing a very strong, very experienced opponent. Just to underline that, they share it beautifully. And Lopez Pedro is rewarded for his movement away from the ball. Gets to flush it for 2. Again, Angola give it up. Lead pass for the easy 2. 39-point lead for Angola. I think Chad will probably want to shoot it. They won't walk it off. The 3 is gone. Hits nothing. That'll do it, I would hope. Well, they're going to fire up the 3. Antonio ticks it over to make it a 40-point win for Angola. Dominant, different level. You can, only way to describe it. It wasn't the best performance by Angola by any means. However, it was dominant. Confirmation, Angola go to second place in the group with the 75-33 win. And from minute 1, even though the first quarter was tight, they were always in control. Lots of good signs for Chad across the game, but Angola just had too much of everything. Good job all around. The officials, I think, refereed the game in the way that it needed to be refereed. Hopefully the news on Pedro Bastos is good. He did walk off the floor, which is a great sign for Angola. But with the game coming up, but they have made a huge stride towards qualification for China. Take a look at the game stats. Chad shot 28 and 12. That's, you've got to say, great defense by Angola. Did a really nice job. Angola struggled themselves from the three-point line. That stat simply has to improve if they want to make inroads at a world level. 22 turnovers for Chad just underline their issues and difficulties. Angola just better in every aspect of the game. Did a very, very professional job to get that 75-33 win. Marias with 23 points personal. Kobe had a nice game. Jim Sao with those rebounds really that has enhanced his standing. He turned it over 6 times, which will not please him. In terms of the scorers, Morea had another double-digit performance following his 20 points in the win over Cameroon. But Kobe needed a lot more support than 7 and 5 in terms of points. All those numbers adding up from all the scorers, 75-33. Angola take another big step towards the plane ticket to China and a place in the World Cup. Well, these highlights are really going to show you the dominance of Angola, both ends of the floor. Mariah was just very, very, very good, not only with his points, his presence on the inside was good. His ability to pass, he demonstrated that again. So he's a real key component. Still only 27. Spent time in the Greek League. Oh, there's another guy who enhanced his reputation in a win. Lopez Pedro. So overall, Angola moved to second place in the group. Only Tunisia are above them. They play each other in the next game. That'll be an exciting and fascinating matchup. Check the schedule for that one. It's all about progression for Chad. A lot of good signs. But for now, from Redes in Tunisia, as you get a look at the group with Angola in second place, it's good. Bye for now. Hope you've enjoyed this one. You've seen a great, well, potentially great Angolan team. But for now, it's good night.